Richtung Unendlichkeit. Fliegen Motten in das Licht, genau wie du und ich. Irgendwie fängt irgendwann irgendwo die Zukunft an. Ich warte nicht mehr lang. Liebe wird aus Mut gemacht, denk nicht lange nach. Wir fahren auf Feuerrädern Richtung Zukunft durch die Nacht. Gib mir die Hand, ich baue dir ein Schloss aus Sand. Irgendwie, irgendwo, irgendwann. Die Zeit ist frei für ein bisschen Zärtlichkeit. Irgendwie, irgendwo, irgendwann. Im Sturz durch Zeit und Raum, er wacht aus einem Traum. Nur ein kurzer Augenblick, dann kehrt die Nacht zurück. Irgendwie fängt irgendwann irgendwo die Zukunft an. Ich warte nicht mehr lang. Liebe wird aus Mut gemacht, denk nicht lange nach. Wir fahren auf Feuerrädern Richtung Zukunft durch die Nacht. Gib mir die Hand, ich baue dir ein Schloss aus Sand. Irgendwie, irgendwo, irgendwann. Die Zeit ist frei für ein bisschen Zärtlichkeit. Irgendwie, irgendwo, irgendwann.
Clap your hands. And the rest of you, if you just rattle your jewelry.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Let's start this. And this, thank God, I'm actually recording it because this is one of the most claimed fucking songs ever. I don't know why. Like, it's so fucking hard to find this song on any video sites or streaming platforms. Through the clouds. Alright. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you can find, Electric Ladyland? Let me turn this down because it's still peaking. Ever so slightly. And that, it might not bother you, like the listener, but it'll bother the fuck out of me when I listen to it back. I don't know, I guess the laptop, the way it processes audio, it changes depending on its fucking mood. So sometimes when I plug it in, it decides to be too low, and sometimes, like right now, it decides to take in the audio accurately. So, but whatever. I am here to talk about my recent trip to. Let's see, do I have anything that has? Let's see. My recent trip to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. Yes, I was there. And I took in some of the music, some of the sights, some of the sounds, some of the food, some of the vibes, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm kind of bullshitting right now. Like I'm not a very emotive person. Like I can't really like express my emotion in the best way possible. But overall, it was pretty cool, and I did get to meet some cool people, including a fellow friend of the stream that some of you guys are familiar with, Sandwich Artista. I got to meet her, and I got to meet some of her friends as well, that are regulars on her streams as well. And overall, it was a really fun experience. And it was really something that I had needed for a very long time. I had really needed to have a solo trip. Now, I've had a trip without my family before. Like I've had trips with friends before. And you know that was pretty cool. Yeah. This is one of the people that I met, Dr. Doolett. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. Hopefully my Nightbot still works. And it looks like it does not. So fuck. But oh well. But yeah, it was nice meeting you. And it was a cool event. I'll get more into it as I go on with the story of everything that went on. But like I was saying, I had been on trips before with friends, but this was my first like truly solo trip, and it was really something that I needed to do to truly separate myself and truly have an experience by myself. And along with that, probably not the right song. Epic, but not the right song. Have the trip. Along with that, the pain that came along with it, because there was plenty of pain and misery that came along with it because of the fact that my flight was delayed, and I had a pretty miserable time trying to get back here, and that whole experience was really something that I needed, just to just those little experiences of having like no support system and trying to figure everything out by myself and trying to fuck up everything by myself. It was really something that I needed. And overall, like, the city itself and the whole vibe was pretty cool. The whole thing about keep Austin weird and Austin is weird and everything about that, it was kind of, I don't know, I guess it really didn't hit me because, like, Chicago itself is weird as fuck. So it's, you know, like, my weird meter isn't really it's hard to be shocked. So there wasn't really anything too out of the ordinary for me. Although I did see some people dressed as robots, and that is something that I've seen here, so it was really cool to see over there. And it did put a smile on my face. But I do want to share some pictures first. By the way, this is the Austin Chronicle. It's the local independent newspaper. I guess the Chicago version of this would be the Chicago Reader. I don't know if anybody here listening would know about either of those papers, but just to make a comparison. But yeah, it's I read through it. It's a really good paper. Pretty good articles, hard-hitting pieces. Pretty much the same quality that I've come to expect from the Chicago Reader, which is a paper that I'm a fan of. So this is it's a pretty good paper, at least from what I've read in this particular one that I picked up. So yeah, they definitely got good independent news media going on. But yeah, I wanted to show some pictures of what was going on. So, just to tell a story here. Let's see. All right. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the fucking the slideshow working on OBS, so I had to use this what do you call it, window capture. So I arrived on Thursday night, which was the, let's see, it was the March 12th. March 12th was when I arrived in Austin, and I actually arrived in the south terminal of their airport, which is like apart from like their main airport terminal. And so I was like totally confused. I was like, wait, is this the whole fucking airport? So I was like, god damn, this is a tiny fucking airport, you know? And I was totally shocked that, like, it was like I had, like, journeyed back in time, because if you see here, they don't have the tunnel thing that you usually see, like, planes having nowadays. They have a ramp. I mean, at least it's not the stairs, you know? At least it's, accessible, but still, you know, a ramp. That was a bit strange. And outdoors. And another thing was that in this south terminal, the boarding was also completely outdoors as well. So that took me by surprise. Like, is it always so warm in Austin that you know, like, that they board outdoors? Yeah, it's like it was really weird. It was really weird for me, but apparently not. When I was coming back in the main terminal, they had it like with tunnels and like more modern boarding. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in like smaller airports in like California where it never fucking rains. Never rains in Southern California. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if over there, cause it definitely fucking rains in goddamn Austin, like central fucking Texas. Like, they have goddamn twisters and shit. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if over there they had like outdoor boarding. But yeah, that took me for a surprise as soon as I fucking landed. But then since I landed at night, that was the only fucking flight that I could have. So yeah, it doesn't fucking rain in Southern California. It's weird as fuck. Fuck that bullshit. Like, give me my fucking seasons. That is way too. Like, I understand the ecology of Southern California, and that's cool for that. But for me, I need winter and seasons and shit. Yeah. But yeah, that was the only flight that I could find, and it was at night. So I basically had just like to get to the hotel and that was pretty much it. So like my whole day basically just began the next day. So the next day, the first thing I wanted to do was just like walk around. So I walked around downtown Austin, and was just like chilling, like checking out the scene, like looking around, looking at because the way South by Southwest works, it's not like totally like just one central festival. It's like spread around like the whole city, but like mostly in one area, but also in like little pockets in that area, kind of. So so I saw a bunch of little things like that. I took a picture of this power plant just because it looked pretty cool. And it was kind of small too. It was like compact, and it was just kind of interesting to see. I'm guessing, nowadays they have much bigger power plants outside the city, but it was just a interesting little sight I had. There was also a bunch of like funny little like you see this a lot in Chicago too, like just a bunch of funny little stupid things like posted on signposts and like lampposts and shit. Like this is one that made me laugh a little bit. Larry David lookalike contest. Just like stupid little shit like this. You would see like posters for things like this. It was pretty funny. But of course, you'd see this, like some political stuff, some bands advertising their shows. It was actually super familiar to me. A lot of the same stuff that you see here in Chicago. It was super fucking like I felt a lot of fucking like camaraderie and familiarity being there. It really felt like, I guess you could say, like a hot version of like some of the more I wouldn't say trendy neighborhoods in Chicago, although they are trendy. Maybe gentrified would be one word for it, but also active as well. So a lot of the stuff was really familiar to me. It was very something that I was used to seeing, and I definitely wasn't out of my element. There was this cool building. This was actually something that I was really interested in seeing. That was really different about Austin, is that they had a lot of cool little like bars and clubs that had these cool designs. And honestly, I really hope that gentrification doesn't continue happening in the same way that it happens in other cities, because obviously gentrification is partially what has given Austin its success right now, but that same gentrification will also spell its demise if it's not controlled much better, because gentrification is not, it's not a force for good ever. It's you know, it can come with some things that might seem like benefits, but overall it's part of a larger plan that's ultimately only concerned with making money. So the reason that I'm talking about this is that you know, it might have brought like lots of eyes to like really fun buildings like this and lots of clubs and everything, but that same, you know, push to bring lots of eyes and traffic to these cool clubs and everything is going to be that same push that's going to eventually have private equity bulldoze these buildings and turn them into gray concrete slabs that are turned into gray concrete slabs in order to sell them off to the highest bidder so that they're sold quickly, because that's exactly what happens in other cities. They don't care about personality, they care about quick turnover. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but these really cool places with a lot of personality, with a lot of fun and excitement to them, they're awesome to see, but you know, they're constantly in danger. And that's why I love seeing this. But, you know, it's like a really... I'm not doing the 6-7. I'm doing careful balance. You know, you gotta choose your careful balance. I went to this place called Cisco's. It's a Tex-Mex place. I obviously, as a first-generation Mexican-American, and as a first-generation Mexican-American who's not from the Southwest, I did not have a good opinion of Tejanos and Tex-Mex, but, you know, as I've grown older and more mature, I started hearing more about their culture and everything, and, you know, I decided to try out some of their food, and this place was actually pretty good. I tried one of their specialties, which was the huevos rancheros, or, as if you don't understand what I said, huevos rancheros. And I tried it with the flour tortillas. I personally despise flour tortillas, but, you know, when in Rome, might as well. And the salsa was actually really good. It was spicy. I mean, not that fucking spicy, but, you know, it was spicy. It was spicy enough to be adequately spicy. And it definitely had its own flavor. And I would definitely go back here. The building, it's right here. And it's always really cool to hear about Latino history, especially like within the U.S. That's much older than the 1980s, 1970s immigration surge, because obviously a lot of a lot of people who are Mexican American or Central American, mostly came during the 1970s and 1980s, especially ones who gained amnesty thanks to Ronald Reagan and his ploy to gain Latino votes. So a lot of Mexican American institutions and food and a lot of important people. A lot of that stuff, you can't really trace the history back that far beyond the 1980s. But there are obviously, some large exceptions, and this would be one of them. There are obviously, larger communities and larger cities that would be exceptions to that. Yeah. Cali was the Mexican pride in Southern California. Yeah, and New York. Yeah, in New York, there's a lot of obviously Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and nowadays Venezuelans. No. In fact, when I was coming back from Austin, I actually saw a Puerto Rican woman, and I even said to her, it's very strange seeing a Puerto Rican woman here in Austin, because whenever I've been anywhere west of the fucking Mississippi, I never see one fucking Caribbean person. It's always nothing but fucking Mexicans. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ecuadorians. Although there have been Ecuadorians in New York and Chicago for a long time, but they have always been a very insular and super tiny community. And they've been just self-segregated to business owners. So it's a really interesting thing. But yeah, I went here. It was actually really good food. Really cool to see a place that's been there since the 1950s. Usually when I see someplace that's that old, it's usually in Mexico. That's run by Mexicans, I went to Whataburger. It was... I'll be honest right now. I like Whataburger better than fucking In-N-Out. Whataburger, to me, is better than In-N-Out. To me, In-N-Out tastes like Wendy's. And that's not saying that Wendy's is bad. I think Wendy's is pretty good. But I don't think that it's that good. I think In-N-Out is mega overrated. Yeah, I think it's super fucking overrated. I think Whataburger was way fucking better. Did it make you realize what GTA was making fun of? Oh yeah, I guess so. In GTA 5, I guess. But yeah, I tried it. It was really fucking good. And I'm glad I went to one of these older ones too, with the old style of the building, because now they're building them obviously more modern. You know, like a square building with simple panels. They still color them orange, but they have like removable like simple panels, so that, you know, obviously they can recolor them and sell them whenever, you know, business goes bad. Oh yeah, and San Andreas too. I don't remember which day it was, but I did go to this place called Franklin Barbecue. It was supposed to be like the most highly rated barbecue spot in the city of Austin and everything. I'll be honest, I don't think it was as good as it was touted to be. It was good. I did like it. It was pretty good. But there were two things that I had issue with. First, though, I wanna point this out. This was actually the only place that I saw this "Don't Mess with Texas" thing. I thought I would have seen it more places, like a sign or like a placard somewhere else, like "Don't mess with Texas," you know. But this was the only place, like the Franklin Barbecue. It was like their trash can. But anyway, I went there and I waited an hour 45, an hour and 45 minutes in the line for that. I wasn't disappointed with the wait. I get it. I waited that long for like food that's supposed to be, you know, really good. I don't regret waiting. I didn't have anything else to do. You know, I wasn't like I didn't have tickets for anything else. And you know, it was an experience. But the thing is that I waited for getting specifically two things. I waited for getting the barbecue brisket, because I had never had barbecue brisket, especially, you know, Texas barbecue. And I waited for sausage because, you know, smoked sausage is always fucking great. And when I got it, the thing is that the rub they put on it is amazing. It's a really good spice mixture. And they smoke it pretty good. But the thing is that I think brisket as a cut of meat itself is just too fucking flavorful. And I think that brisket just goes way better as a fucking taco, or like as a roasted meat, than it does, you know, a flavored meat. Like, I think brisket as itself should be cooked in order to highlight the flavor of the meat itself, instead of the smoke or the rub or anything else. And I've had like the meat that the brisket is made out of in a taco before, and that tastes way better, and it's not as expensive and it's not as time consuming. And I feel like it's much more worth it to have it as a taco or something as a roast. So it was good, but I wouldn't get it again. And the sausage was good, but because of the fact that it was hot roasted as opposed to long and cold roasted like a kielbasa, you know, you're talking to a fucking Chicagoan here. A Chicagoan who knows fucking sausage. You know, I know fucking smoked sausage. Polish sausage, kielbasa, bratwurst, fucking Italian sausage, you know, Kobanis. You know, we know our fucking sausage. I feel like the fact that it was hot smoked gave it not enough time to truly be influenced by the smoke, and the link itself I feel wasn't as spiced as it could be. So it was good, but I've had much greater sausages. I'm sure you've enjoyed some sausages in your day. Hey now, don't be throwing accusations. But yeah, as a Chicagoan who knows his fucking sausages, it was good, but I've had better smoked sausages. So I would say it's not worth the hype, but if you can get it cheap, or if you can get it delivered, like through some sort of courier, then Franklin Barbecue is pretty good. Here's another pic of the outside. Also, another thing that kind of made me feel kind of a little bit iffy about the whole situation. I went here on one of the first days that I went there, that I was in Austin, and one of the later days that I was driving around, because I rented a car. I had realized that this barbecue restaurant, which is run by white people, is actually in the historically black neighborhood. And not just that, there was actually a black barbecue place further down the road that was probably much better that I probably should have gone to. That I probably should have patronized. But I mean, you know, that kind of stuff is like the only kind of stuff that the stuff you only know, like if you're a local, you know, like born and raised local. And theater. And then when I actually went here in person and found out like this was the theater, and like that many people were out there and the celebrities were gonna be there, I'm like, ah, fuck, no fucking way am I getting a ticket. Because the way that South by Southwest works is that you buy a pass ahead of time, and the people who have a pass for the whole festival have priority to get into these events. And if you don't have a pass, then if these events fill up, then nobody can enter and nobody can pay. But if they don't fill up, then they open the ticketing for the general audience, and you can pay to get into these events. Although some events are only exclusively for South by Southwest attendees, and some of them are only exclusively for VIP South by Southwest attendees. But not just that, I thought that because of the fact that it was a Mexican American focused movie, that there would be less people. But there was actually a lot of Mexican Americans that were attending South by Southwest as well. You know, I thought that would be like, that's some white people shit, you know, like. But there were actually plenty of Latino acts who were performing as well. You know, obviously not as many as the majority white acts, but you know, still enough to fill that premiere. So I was like, yeah, ain't no fucking way I'm getting into that premiere. And here's people who are behind this barrier, trying to snap photos of the celebrities coming out in and out of the theater. Here you see them lined up. You can see them. And they were actually like shouting the names of like people who were like, smile for us, blah blah blah, you know, like it was kind of cringe, but like, you know, people love who they love, so you know, let them have their fun. Oh, I was fucking laughing at all the fucking Texas themed shit everywhere. Like everything had to be fucking Texas themed. It was fucking hilarious. Like even the fucking e-scooters had to have fucking Texas shit on it. Like, y'all need a ride? Giddy up pass. Like fucking serious. But I mean, you know, it's branding, I guess. I guess like no other place in the U.S. Really goes that hard into their branding like Texas. And here's a picture of the Stream Texas event that I went to with a bunch of other streamers, including Sandwich Artista. She was there, and some of the people from Mighty Coconut, which is the company that makes the Walkabout mini golf game, as you see there. I'll bring out some of the stuff that I got there in a few minutes. It was at this place that was a like nerdy bar, So they actually had like tabletop game supplies and stuff like that. Like, so you could like set up your own tabletop game, and you could also play a bunch of board games there. It was actually pretty cool because like their whole tables had like drink holders, and like underneath it they also had like dice holders and like dice cups as well. It was funny as hell. Like the whole fucking table was customized perfectly for like playing games. And this is the drink that I had. That's a badass fucking mug. I think it was like lime and coconut and pineapple, and it wasn't a pina colada. It was like something else. It was like more coconutty. Like, I can't really describe it. It was something like, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's just like lime coconutty. But it was a pretty good drink. It was non-alcoholic just because I can drink now, but because of the fact that, oh my god, I'm gonna get fucking into it. The driving situation, Jesus fucking Christ. As soon as I landed in fucking Austin, man, I was missing my fucking trains, man. I miss my fucking trains. You don't, like, God, like, every city in America needs fucking trains because, God, what a dystopian nightmare without trains, without buses that are competent and function every 10 to 15 minutes. That's how we have it here in Chicago, and we're fucking blessed, and it's still not great. But yeah, like everywhere in Austin you have to drive to, and everywhere is like forcing you to take the I-35, which is their big highway expressway. God, it was fucking obnoxious. That's the name tag that I had put on me. Everybody had a name tag, and you know, just to make it social, make everybody talk with each other, say hi, get to know each other through their streaming names. Definitely gonna keep that probably stuck up somewhere. Oh, and then one of the final days that I was there, I went to the so I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Dazed and Confused. It's a movie in the 90s, directed by, God, I always get them confused, Cameron Crowe and Richard Linklater. I think it was Richard Linklater. He directed Slacker and School of Rock. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really memorable movie. I've seen it a bunch of times. But this was the hamburger stand, the drive-in hamburger stand that was in that movie. And there was that scene where they fucking where they paddle the fucking middle schoolers and shit, and they had the fucking paddles there. Of course, shout out to Matthew McConaughey. Alright. They have a VHS tape, newspaper clipping there, and the burgers were pretty good. They grow with charcoal. I'll show one thing I say from there right now. But yeah, this is a sign. Really fucking cool. Even if it wasn't in the movie, it's still a really cool place because it's retro, old style place. Like, I love these kind of fucking places. We still have a few places like this in Chicago. And they're pretty awesome. I took a picture of this because it goes hand in hand with that branding that I said, where like Texas shit everywhere. Like this is from my flight. They even put a fucking cowboy hat on the warning sign. Please allow some extra space. They put a fucking cowboy hat on this shit. Like, a fucking course, because it's Texas. Like, of course they did. Oh, and one final picture, or two. So when I was in the airport in Houston, there was actually this Japanese themed restaurant slash, like, I don't know what it was. It was like convenience store type thing, but it was this giant fucking, like, I don't know what this was, like, I don't know how to describe this thing, like a shrine or like I don't know, like just like a giant fucking like monument sign shrine thing, like of like a girl in a kimono with adorable rabbits, and underneath her there's just a ton of fucking maneki nekos with their arms, you know, beckoning. I wish I took a video of it, because that would like really like complete the image, because this doesn't really like fully capture how surreal it was looking at this shit. But look at all these fucking cats. Like, they were all like doing the fucking arm wave thing. Like, all of them. And this was just like, look, this is like waist high. Look at how fucking huge this shit is. Imagine staring up at this shit. Imagine staring up at this fucking thing with all these fucking cats. Like, it was like if they're trying to capture like the feeling of like cyberpunk Japan and shit, like they fucking got it down to a T, you know? And this was like further down. It was part of the same restaurant convenience store thing. It wasn't as striking as the maneki neko, but it was still pretty cool. Showa era advertisements. With the Chinese lanterns. Still pretty cool to see. But yeah, that's all the pictures that I took. Now to show you what I got. Let me close this out. So other than the newspaper, which I got, and like I said, it's a really good newspaper. So if you're ever in Austin and want to read something good, that's definitely a good option. Let's see. So when I went to the Stream Texas thing, they each gave us a bag filled with something. Now, this was the bag. It's a basic drawstring bag. I'll save the surprise for last. So, basic drawstring bag. So in it was some Twitch coasters. I'll be putting those up in my bookcase. A purple Sharpie with the word Twitch on it. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna use that. And of course, a giant fucking Twitch plushie. Check that shit out. I'm gonna open it right now. Live for the viewers. Live for Twitch viewers. Opening the Twitch plushie pillow. Throw that away. It's actually really nice. And it has reinforcement on the side to like keep its shape. And on the face I guess face features the Twitch logo to keep its shape. But yeah, it's actually really fucking nice. This is definitely going up with my other plushies, which I will show you right now. Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just Iggy! That was some tape that I had lying around. I just dropped it. Iggy! Coffee flavored gum not included. That's Iggy from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I got him a few years ago to anime convention. He can see the sky. Yes, and how many ears must one man have? And this is my collectible limited edition Halloween Pikachu. Still got a little bit of lint on him because I back when I used to drive my my special car, which I will not name what it is, but it was a It was my favorite car. It was a 90s it was a 90s what do you call it? A boxy car. Yeah, it was pretty much my favorite car. But back when I used to have it, I would keep them in the back, you know, trying to be, you know, that cool anime weeb that has anime shit all over, and like drives really fucking fast, you know. But yeah. All right. So yeah. As I said, I went to Top Notch Hamburgers, and thankfully I didn't get much grease on the paper bag. I'll just cut off this part because it did get a little bit. So I'm gonna be saving this bag and probably like putting it up like on the wall or something. I don't know if I will necessarily frame it, but like I'll just save it, just because, you know, special reminder of the trip. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And the burger was actually really good. So after the Stream Texas event, me and Sandwich Artista actually hung out the next day, and we went out to Kinokuniya. And if you don't know what Kinokuniya is, it's actually a Japanese store for books. And by Japanese store, I mean literally Japanese. Like, it's from Japan. So they have stores here in the US where you can obviously get, you know, manga in English, but they also sell stuff that's literally in Japanese. So stuff that's literally imported from Japan. So it's really cool that you can get a lot of stuff that normally you would have to import or buy like through consignment services. So we were looking around the store, and just looking around at all the manga and shit. You know, just your typical manga. Nothing too out of the ordinary. A lot of stuff that I had already seen before. There really wasn't much that I wanted to get because a lot of the manga that I saw there, I already have like full access to it because I read it at the library. Like, so it's not really stuff that I want to buy. So, you know, like, if I want to read it, I read it at the library, and then I only buy it if I truly like love it and want to keep reading it again, you know. So there wasn't much that interested me, but the stuff that I was interested in getting, unfortunately I couldn't find it there, or at least that day. And there was stuff that I wanted to get, but unfortunately because of my luggage. Oh, fuck off. Unfortunately, some stuff that I wanted to get, because of my luggage situation, it was already like super fucking tight. I couldn't get it. Mostly fucking Gundams and shit. But one funny thing that I'll say is that, and I don't know how much I can share about this, but I think she shared some information about the stuff that she reads. But Sarah was looking at the 18 plus section in the manga, and as I think I've said it on my stream before as well, I've also bought 18 plus manga in the past as well at conventions. So I'm not unfamiliar to that kind of smutty material. So we both went in there and looked around at some of the offerings there, and she informs me that she has a whole fucking spreadsheet of all the shit she's bought before. But I think she said that before. I'm not sure. But anyway, I ended up buying something else as well. I bought this. Unfortunately, because it's NSFW, I cannot show too much of it. But it's that. It's that. I won't say anything more about that, but it's that because it's NSFW. But yes, I also partake in those kind of reading materials, and you know, we're all adults here, so it's entertaining. But yeah, that was a fun day. And if you're ever interested in manga, that's a great store to look for manga. And if you're ever interested in any sort of hobbies, Japanese books are very good for that as well. Especially for things like origami and paper crafts, which they have a lot of. Or if you're interested in things like stationery, which is something that is really fucking good at any sort of Japanese store, I guess, that is available in the US, like Daiso, or what's another one? Book Off, I think, is another store that has expanded into the US. They like Daiso, Kinokuniya, and Book Off. Like, those are three stores that obviously you can get like what they specialize in, like books, random convenience store items, things like that. But they also have great things for fucking stationery, which is which you can also find things that you wouldn't think you would like really need, but they're so fucking great. So here's the rest of the stuff that I got. Some of this stuff I'm gonna get as souvenirs. I'm gonna give as souvenirs for my family. Bought a keychain from Franklin Barbecue. Some stickers. I think that one is funny to me personally, just because of the fact that I'm so knowledgeable about Chicago history. Yeah, I did get magnets. I'll show them right now. I'm so knowledgeable about Chicago history that I know the fact that the Morton Salt Grill is actually an invention of Chicago, because Morton Salt is headquartered here in Chicago. And the building that used to house like the main storehouse for all the salt, it eventually became too old and decrepit, and it one of the walls fell and buried a car in salt. It was actually pretty funny when it happened. But every day, like for years, whenever not every day, but you know what I mean. It's a figure of expression. I would pass the from the expressway. You would pass that huge roof that was painted with the Morton Salt logo with the girl when it rains and it pours. And that's like super fucking iconic of Chicago. But yeah, it's literally from here. But it's funny that it's ended up, you know, in Texas of all places. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Fujifilm actually had a trailer, like not meat sweats. Yeah, that was funny. Right there. Yeah, I went to get barbecue at this really famous place called Franklin Barbecue. If you watch the VOD, you can watch my whole rant and story about what happened. Nothing too bad. But yeah, Fujifilm had a trailer, and by trailer I don't mean like film trailer or anything like that. I mean like literal like Airstream trailer with promoting their products and cameras and everything. And I got some stickers. These are for me. They were just giving them away. Fujifilm. I'm a fan of their film. Their products are pretty good. Yeah, we've been live for an hour and a half almost. Yeah. Yeah, I've used their film in the past. They're pretty good. Not to mention they're fucking cheaper than Kodak. And they don't have as bad of an environmental record as Kodak, so I don't mind Fujifilm. Plus, they're keeping Polaroid alive much better than Kodak. Well, Kodak doesn't own Polaroid, but you know what I mean. You know what I fucking mean. Serenity Forge was one of the partners at the Stream Texas event. They're one of the people who are giving out prizes. And I just want to say this to Sarah if she's watching the VOD of this. Yes, I could take this sticker because this was after the event was finished, not before. Because she almost got mad. She almost got mad at me that I was about to take a sticker, because it was I think it was part of the prizes. Because everybody, all these companies were like pitching in to like give away prizes, as part of a raffle, like for everybody that was there in the event, was entered into a raffle to like win a bunch of prizes and everything. I had no luck. I didn't win anything. I think one of the streamers that I knew from another stream, he won a gaming headset, and Sarah, with her fucking incredible luck, won a little vinyl figure of the Kappa emote. Let's see, that. But yeah, I didn't win shit. God damn it. Okay, I'm trying to show off the magnets, but they stuck to each other. Alright. I bought these at one of the South by Southwest official merch trailers. These are the magnets. This one, Jesus fucking Christ. Although it makes sense. It makes sense because most of the people there don't call it, like, don't use like the whole word South by Southwest. They just call it South by. So South by, but obviously it looks like I love sex. So yeah, I don't think I'll be giving that one away to my family. But yeah, these are the magnets. Social calling masturbation, operation. God, this song is 10 fucking years old. No, like 14 years old. Holy shit. Yeah. But funny story about this. Dude gave it to me for $10, even though it cost like $15 or $17. Just because he wanted to get the fuck out of there and just sell all the shit. he was an official vendor, but I mean, I guess, you know, you want your work day to end, you just want to get the fuck out of there. You know? This I'm gonna keep because this is really important no matter where you are. And I can see why it's very important in Texas. But it's a button that says support free press. It's made by the Austin Chronicle, that newspaper that I showed earlier. That's definitely going up either on a tapestry for important buttons, or on a hat, or somewhere else important. Because it's a great fucking button. Very important. Here's more buttons. I actually got these and the button for the Austin Chronicle at one of the very few live music performances that I saw while I was there. They were putting on a music performance, and it was free. I don't know where I'll put this. Maybe on my computer, maybe on an art book. I don't know. But yeah, really good bumper sticker. And this one I'll give away to one of my family. Have smoke, will travel. Austin, Texas, Franklin Barbecue. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a fun trip. It was really cool. Obviously had some difficult times getting back, which I will now talk about. If you want to hear me, would you like to hear about my difficult times getting back? Because I am more than willing to talk about my difficult times getting back. Okay, so are you familiar? Are you familiar with these storms that were going on? Because I think there was some going on in Georgia, right? I think there was some going on in Georgia and like in the southeast as well. If I'm not mistaken. Into a U-Haul. No, you know what I called it? I called it a mess of planes, no fucking trains, and one automobile. That's what I fucking called it. Because God, I would have fucking loved a train. Because Austin has, well, actually I think they do have a light rail. But the thing is that because the infrastructure is so underdeveloped and everything is so fucking car-brained and shit, god damn, I fucking miss my trains. God damn it, man, I fucking miss my trains. We are so fucking spoiled here in Chicago to have so many trains. But anyway, so here's the story. I'm just gonna have this as a distraction. So the story is the final day I'm there. I have to check out at 11 o'clock a.m. From my hotel. Now, I don't have to return the car that I rented until 8 p.m. that day. Now, I don't have a credit card. Sure, I'll do it in a few minutes. I'll show you the alligator, Paul. So, I don't have a credit card. So I got charged up the fucking ass for a deposit of $500 fucking dollars. Here's the alligator paw. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. So I got charged $500 fucking dollars as a deposit for the fucking car that I rented. And no, I'm not getting a fucking credit card in the future, because I don't believe in credit cards, because they're a motherfucking scam. Not only that, but I don't need a credit card right now, because I don't make those kind of purchases. Yeah, it was refundable, and I'm still waiting on the full report. It was already refunded, but I'm still waiting on the full report from it. Yeah, I own my car outright, so I don't go for like credit in general. So anything I buy, I usually buy outright. But anyway, final day. I don't have to return the car till 8, but I still don't really have much to do. Yeah, that's a good plan. I don't really have much to do, so final day. All I did was pretty much just go to the burger restaurant from Dazed and Confused, and after that I dropped the car off and pretty much planned to spend the day at the airport and just chill out. Yeah, pretty much do that. It would be super fucking boring, but it would be predictable, and I would just, just sit there and bide my time and just hopefully, get ready and wait for my fucking plane. So what happens is that the day keeps getting worse and worse as far as the weather. The weather in Austin, Texas was actually great. Well, I don't know about great. Not great for me, because I fucking hate the heat and the sun and shit. No, actually, the security wasn't that bad. Apparently in New Orleans, the TSA was fucking abysmal and shit. But no, I mean, it was, it was a little backed up, but, it got taken care of, in time. It wasn't too long of a wait. But yeah, I got there, like at 1 p.m. and my flight didn't leave until 9 p.m. So I was just gonna fucking sit there, wait my ass those, I don't know how many fucking hours, and just wait, because I didn't have shit to do, and I didn't really feel like going to the rest of South by Southwest just to like drive around and then drop off the car and then get a ride to the airport. I just might as well just get it over with and go to the airport already. So I was just planning, just chill out at the airport. Yeah, I love this song too. So it was hot, or actually no, it was actually cold. Not cold to my standards, being from Chicago, but it was still pretty brisk. Yeah, I'm chilling out at the airport, and the news about the weather is getting worse and worse because there's storms in the southeast, and there's storms, a huge winter storm in the Midwest. Jess, I'm gonna tell you something very disappointing. The innovation parts are kind of dead. And they're pretty much only reserved for like tech weirdos like Elon Musk. And I heard that from the horse's mouth, pretty much, because that's the kind of people that I was talking about, that I was talking to at the streamer event, that I was with Sarah with. But yeah, the news was getting worse and worse about the weather, and then we got, yeah, probably. It's all about AI and technology for spying on people. It's all a bunch of garbage like that. But anyway, so then I got my first delay. Got delayed 1 hour. And I was like, well, shit, I gotta wait 1 more hour. It's not too bad, but that's 1 more hour I gotta fucking wait, which was gonna be really long. But, you know, I could handle it. But it's still, you know, it's still really concerning, because if that delay is coming, then it's a sign that things are gonna get worse. So, after that delay came, the next delay came, not too long after, probably like half an hour after. And I knew it was just gonna get worse from there. And then, like an hour after that, fucking canceled. So, once that was canceled, thank fuck. Well, the thing is that it's not necessarily the storm that you can't pass through. That's not the problem. The problem is that because it's a winter storm, they would have to constantly clean up the runways. And there's only so much you can do over and over again before you have to call it quits and just wait for a clearing. So that's why winter storms are far worse than other storms. But yeah, the flight was canceled, and thank fuck I had the foresight to buy the protection thing from the airline. But my first option was to take the option that gave me a alternate ticket to a separate flight that would still get me there. And there was a flight that was still getting there earlier than my scheduled flight. Earlier because it was still safe to go in earlier as opposed to later, when the storm would get much worse. So I got on a shuttle because it's fucking Texas and there's no, train, and the terminal that I was in was far as fuck from the main terminal of the airport. So it was like a 20-minute drive 25 minute drive from the terminal I was at to the main terminal of the airport, where the alternate flight would be. So I put in my options that I chose the alternate flight, and I was waiting for my confirmation and the name of the flight and everything. But I still got onto the shuttle. So I was like waiting, like, hey, like, where's the fucking name of the flight and the numbers and all that shit. And then as I was waiting, still on my way there, I got a message. They weren't able to get me on the flight. So as soon as I got to the main terminal, I had to get off and wait there for a see, this is one part where I get confused because I don't remember it exactly. I don't remember if I waited there exactly or if I went back. But either way, I got off, and eventually I had to figure out whether now I had to figure out the way to get my refund, which I eventually did get. I got my refund for that flight. A full refund, thankfully. But then now I had to get another flight. But the problem was all of them were completely fucking booked. And the airline that I got my original flight through, they didn't have any flights going into Chicago until 3 days after. So I was fucked with that airline. So I was in the main terminal, and what I did was basically I went up to I don't know what they're called, like information desk. There you go. Went up to information desk, and I asked them, because I remember how airports used to be in the past. I asked them, where's the giant board with all the fucking flights that are leaving listed? Where's the giant fucking board, you know? I remember when airports used to have that shit. And he told me, yeah, they don't have that anymore. It's online now. Yeah, so I did that. And so disclosure here, I MCO, what is that, Miami? So disclosure here, I bought a burner phone because of reasons, and that burner phone is very small. So I had to use that burner phone with none of my old apps or social media installed on it. Orlando. Oh, okay. I guess municipal county of Orlando. I don't know. But yeah, I use a burner phone because you know how TSA and Homeland Security is operating these days, checking your phone and shit, just in case. They didn't for me, luckily, but just in case they wanna extra screening message me and shit, or extra screening and extra questioning me. Did I see Sarah at the con? I saw her at the Stream Texas thing. It was the streamer event thing. But anyway, yeah, I was using that. It's a really tiny phone, and I was doing everything on that. Selfies? I actually don't think we took any selfies together. But yeah, I looked up the flights and everything. So after that, I went up to the ticket counters or whatever they are. At Southwest, no fucking flights. Because they did have flights, but the thing is that they were all booked until like 3 days out. From no, I'm not posting any pictures of myself. I actually tried to take a picture of Sarah during the streamer event and everything, but she was just like all over the fucking place. She was like so fucking energetic. It was funny as hell. She's like super fucking like social person, like ball of sunshine and shit. She's really cool. But yeah, at Southwest, no fucking tickets because they were all booked up. Yeah, she helped sponsor part of the event. But yeah, helped at Southwest, no fucking flights. Asked American, same thing, no fucking flights because they were all booked up. The only one left was United. And check this out, check this shit out. The ticket counter at United, wherever you go, they're fucking useless because they have streamlined their business model so much that their ticket counters are basically useless. They don't do anything. They can't print you a ticket. They can't do anything besides take your bag and that's it. You can only print your ticket at a printer at home, or you can buy it online, or you can call them on the phone. So I had no way of knowing whether they had tickets available unless I looked online, because they didn't fucking know. No, you don't have to take your shoes off anymore, or your belt, unless it's like a really complicated belt, like, you know, like a multi-layered belt, like a cowboy belt or some shit. No, they don't have their counter workers do anything besides like tag the bags and shit. Well, they're finally doing that because their machines are more powerful. That's the only reason. So I wouldn't necessarily be breathing a sigh of relief. But yeah, so on my teeny tiny phone, it's like this big. that big. On my teeny tiny phone with limited data, I had to buy a ticket from United, which luckily I found out were still available. And they were still available, but problem is that no direct flights, no flights that night. It had to be the day after. And also the cheapest one was $500 fucking dollars. So I had to swallow it up and pay that money. But the nightmare was still not over. And after that, I had to decide, was I just going to stay in the airport or was I going to get a hotel? Now, I could have decided to stay in the airport, but the thing was that because of the fact that I couldn't check in, I couldn't check in until 4 hours before, and also there was basically no fucking seating, because even though the regular terminal is still bigger than the other terminal I was at, it's still not very big. So they don't have much seating. There was basically nowhere for me to like chill out and relax. So I kind of had to try and get a hotel. But I was not the only one who had a canceled flight, obviously. So called the first hotel that was on airport property, completely fucking booked. Called the second one, completely fucking booked. Called the third one, which wasn't even on hotel property, on airport property, booked completely. I called the fourth one, which was like half a mile from airport property. I actually have a Proton Mail. I have two, actually, for various purposes. I called the fourth one. They had one room available, and thank fuck the guy was like a really nice guy who's really like joyous about his job. So I immediately took out my fucking credit card and held the room. And he gave me an upgraded room because it was the last one available. So I stayed there. I had to pay a little bit extra. But I stayed there for the night. It obviously wasn't great because, I still had to check out at noon. And my flight was at like 7:30 p.m., which means I still had to wait a long time. But, that was still a large chunk of time that I would not be, sitting uncomfortably. Plus, it would give me a complimentary meal with the breakfast included. So there was that. But would you believe that my nightmare was still not fucking over? There's still more story left. Okay, so um so the next day I went to the airport and I waited a few hours. I had a few fake outs because I misread the time. But it wasn't a big deal. They just told me, come back a few hours. So I was just sitting. I was playing my 3DS. I was playing Pokemon. Yeah. I was playing Pokemon. It wasn't too bad. But my first flight was a connecting flight to Houston. And it was pretty quick. And there was some mix-up with how you lost some time. Were you partying like that, or was it like I don't know what you're talking about. But there was actually some mix-up because the email that I got and the notification that I got said that the flight to Houston, the flight to Houston would be no, the flight that would be after Houston that would take me to Chicago would be a little delayed. So I would have a little bit of time, a little bit of leeway when I got to Houston in order to find the terminal, to find the gate and the terminal where I would have to leave. Not only that, but the gate was also wrong in the first information that they sent me for some fucking reason. I don't know. So I had to rush over there because we barely made it in time. But anyway, as soon as we landed in Houston, we pretty much boarded the second plane that was supposed to go to Chicago. So we all boarded the plane. We were all getting comfortable. Everything was cool. The boarding process takes a little bit of time. We were all waiting. We were kind of wondering, like, it's taking a little bit longer than it's supposed to take. And then Captain comes on the speaker. Sorry, folks. Looks like we're gonna have to deplane. We didn't see this before, but it turns out we had a bird collision with one of the engines, and we'll have to deplane and either find another plane or find another flight. So there was no guarantee that we would find another flight or find another plane, because of the fact that, one, there was no other plane, that was scheduled to be landing for us, and two, there was still the problem that the storms were still going on, because this was one day after the winter storms, so the storms were still going on, and they were still delaying flights to Chicago and the rest of the Midwest. So the more time was going on, the more they were going to affect the flights that were heading to the Midwest. So the more time went on, the more it would be an issue. So we needed to get a plane ASA fucking P. So we were all so fucking pissed. So fucking pissed. There was a notification that came on through our emails and through our text messages that said time of departure projected to be 10 o'clock or something like that. But that was just an estimation because we were getting information from the actual plane crew that they had no information about whether they had found a plane or not. So as soon as they had that information, they would relay it to us, but at that time they had no information. And we had to wait, I would say, about half an hour. And luckily, there was a plane that came and gave us a flight. But we all had to rush over to the entire other side of the fucking airport to another terminal. Thank fuck we were actually at in Houston and not like in Atlanta or Dallas, because those are actually like huge airports. But this airport was still pretty big, so the walk was still pretty long. But yeah, we walked all over to the other side of the airport. And thankfully, it was a pretty good flight. It did take more than it was projected to be, like the flight time. But that actually kind of worked to my favor because I ended up watching that new movie Begonia. It was a pretty good movie. I wouldn't go so far as to say it deserved an Oscar. I knew you would fucking love that movie. I fucking knew it. I knew if this movie is up anyone's alley, I knew it would be fucking Cliff. I don't know if I got an Oscar, but I think it got nominated, and it was like up there in like high acclaim by a lot of people. I don't know if I would put it up there, but it was pretty good. But yeah, I got to Chicago middle of the fucking night. I think I got here like at 2 a.m. or something. Yeah, 4 nominations, no wins. Got here like at 2 a.m. O'Hare is fucking huge, so O'Hare is fucking huge, just got bigger, so it took a while to get through it. Took the train. God, it felt good to be back in my trash heap. Like it felt so good to be back in like a rough, like hard, like grim reality, you know, like where there's like people that are brutal like gritty city and shit, you know? Yeah. Like there was only like 3 people taking the train like back to the city, like actually taking it, because the rest of the people on the train and everyone else was just homeless, and the fucking heating wasn't working. The heating was off on the train. And it took a little while for me to. It was 22 degrees, and it was snowing. Yeah, there was a little layer of snow on the ground. It felt really refreshing to breathe in that clean air. Yeah, when I got to my stop, I was the only fucking person there. I was completely alone, and the bus service stopped, so I needed to catch an Uber. Yeah, because of the winter storm. So I needed to catch an Uber from my stop to my house. It's not always like that. But it's still winter here. It doesn't stop being cold until like the end of April. But yeah, I think I got home like finally home like around 3 something. And then I went to sleep like at 4. Because I needed to like check into like all my phone and my computer and shit. But yeah, thankfully I made it home safely. But yeah, that was pretty much my trip. You guys can check out the VOD. I'll have oh, you have no idea. It was actually pretty much exactly what I needed. You have no idea how emotionally transformational it was. I really needed a solo trip, because like I said earlier in the stream, I have been on adult trips with my friends and everything, but I've never been on a true solo trip. And it was something that I definitely needed. But yeah, I'll be putting up the VOD on YouTube eventually, because chances are Twitch is gonna mute a lot of the stream because of the music that I played. So watch out for that. I'll post it up on the Discord whenever it's ready. So thank you for coming. And I'll stream some other stuff eventually. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. I'll see you when you're live. And goodbye.